have no audio.
Okay.
Welcome. The I'm Right show will start in approximately 1 minute. 1 minute.
Greetings, everyone. This is I'm Right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova. Yes, I am.
Welcome, Natalie.
Oh, there's
Welcome,
Natalie
Woody.
here.
Welcome, Denise.
Woody
and
is,
the Waitbot.
Woody's my buddy, as Woody knows.
He follows you everywhere
Yes,
you go.
Woody loves me, and I love Woody. It's true.
Okay.
It's true. Woody is a mystery. Nobody knows what Woody looks like.
That's true.
No one has spoken to Woody.
We speak to him all the time.
Well, yeah, when he comes over for the weekend and drinks my beer and eats my food.
But you don't know what he looks like.
I don't know what he looks like either.
We should also welcome the people who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, and I also want to say to the viewers that are watching this in replay, don't turn us off. Keep watching, okay? Because I'm talking to you. I would love to make the replay audience a part of our live audience.
Yes, that would be fun at a later at some point.
Yes, and this is why we do the show in the evening. But, some people work at night. But And if that's the case, just sneak off to the bathroom with your phone,
You're trying
right?
to get people in trouble.
And you can chime in. It's your time. So yeah,
We won't hear
replay
them.
people. we won't hear them, but they can call and leave a voicemail.
That's true.
They can,
on the fortune cookie in the middle. If you're watching on Fireside, and welcome, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy, how are you? How are you?
On the fortune cookie, you can see how to connect with us, including leaving us a voicemail that we could play at a later date during our show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yes. So shall we get to this week's topic?
What is this week's topic? We discuss what we're going to do beforehand, but usually I forget.
Did you already forget?
So, this is a surprise to me.
Oh boy, we're in trouble.
So, if our audience is hearing this for the first time, it's like I am too.
Oh my goodness. Well, this week's topic is in sickness and in health.
Dun dun dun.
It's part of a segment that we call
Stand by your stance.
All right. So the reason that we're talking about in sickness and in health is not only because in relationships many people kind of forget that part.
They do. They do.
They'll say it.
Yes, actually, I have some things to say
during their
about
relationship, they may forget it, or maybe something comes up and it's more than they expected to ever have to handle.
Yeah.
But the reason we are talking about it this week is because you epitomized the phrase
the show must go on
last
yes.
week.
So can I tell it? Please,
sure.
Please.
You can tell it.
So listeners, last week with my stellar performance, I only had one slip up actually last week, but after the show, I still was not feeling well. I wasn't feeling well before the show, during the show, and after the show. And Jill says to me, maybe
you should take a COVID test.
I don't need no COVID test. I just have a cold. That's me. So.
And I said, please, for me.
So
please.
After the show, I took a COVID test and it was positive. It was like a quick positive. Two lines.
Yes, there was no mistake.
And the lines just kept getting darker and darker and darker and darker.
Just in case you didn't get it the first time. Yes.
Yes. So last week's show was COVID show. Me doing the show on COVID.
Yes.
Jill may have had COVID. She never did get a fever.
I took the test the next morning because we did the whole show together, just like we're doing now, side by side. Why are you breathing on me? What are you doing?
I want us to be together.
Oh my gosh. I think you're breathing on me.
Togetherness. Come on.
So after the show, I didn't feel well either. But the next morning, I took a test and mine was negative. Yeah. But as the week progressed, or the weekend progressed, I felt worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
To the point where I couldn't work.
But you never did have a fever, which was good. I was
right. I had everything else you had, but not that.
Yeah. So, I'm like a real trooper. I'm waiting for like one of the audience members to say, you were better on COVID. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe that's a challenge.
Your mojo back.
Maybe that's a challenge to our audience. So, assess whether Tony is better with COVID than without on this show.
Yeah. I don't know.
So let's talk about in sickness and in health. So when you
what is your stance on that, Jill?
Well, my stance we did a whole episode where we read our vows, but we also did traditional vows that included in sickness and in health, right?
Those were in my vows also.
Oh, I didn't put that in mine. But I did say it. with the traditional ones.
She didn't put that in hers.
I didn't put that in my
hers.
vows because I knew it would have been repetitive because it was in the other part of the vows. Yes, I'm an editor.
You can never say in sickness and in health too much that you'll stand by me in sickness and in health.
But that is my point.
When I can't move from bed, you will stand by my side.
Is that what you wrote?
No, that's not what I wrote. Come on. Come on.
Anyway, I will stand by your side in sickness and in health. And, there've only been a few times in our whole 16 years of marriage that you've been really sick. But I have been sick a lot. So when you took that vow, when you said that vow at our wedding, did you think you would have to deal?
Well, audience members, for those of you that don't know us that well, I am 8 years older than Jill.
In a week.
Does it matter? Does it matter?
I'm just being precise.
Anyway, I'm 8 years and a week older than Jill. So I always thought, I'm marrying a woman that's 8 years younger than me. Oh, she can take care of me as I get old and when I get sick and all of this. She'll be right there by my side. Little did I know it would be Jill, the one that gets sick first.
I'm the sick one.
Now, this is on a serious tip here. Jill was suffering from an illness which she still has, not as severe as before.
In fact, sometimes I don't even remember that I have it.
But you do.
But I do.
I remember. But anyway, there were like 6 years where Jill couldn't do much of anything.
I did not work.
Anything. Now, here's the sad thing. So, sometimes you're out and about and I'm talking to the guys and, whatever. And this conversation happened several times and it's really sad to me. But I'm telling this, my wife was sick for years. And they said, your wife was sick for 6 years? Yeah, she couldn't do anything. She couldn't make any money. We couldn't get disability. It was a rough time. And they say, 6 years? I said, yeah, 6 years. Are you still married to her? They would ask me.
Wait, what? This is the first time hearing this.
I've told you this before. I've never told you this before. They say,
so
they
wouldn't have stood by me like you did?
That's right. They say, are you still married to her? Yeah, of course I'm married to him. They said, well, if it was me, if my wife got sick for 6 years and didn't make any money, couldn't do anything, I would have left her. Now, I've actually, seriously, I've had that same conversation at least 4 times. 4 different people that said the same thing. And if they didn't say that, they would say something like, well, you're a better man than me.
Which is the same thing.
So, but what is the deal? And it doesn't matter whether it's a man does it or a woman does it. It doesn't matter whether you gay, lesbian. It doesn't matter. If you are with someone that you are supposed to be in love with and you're going to stay with them till death do you part, why would you leave as soon as things get hard?
That's an excellent question.
Why?
I do not know.
And I would love to hear some things from the audience on this, because I actually was really shocked to hear that. Every time I heard it, I was shocked, even though I heard it before. But I'm still shocked. I'm shocked right now. It's
well, there have been some well-known political figures that I've interviewed. Not about that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was told I couldn't ask them about that. Who left their wives when they developed cancer and things like that.
Yeah.
Just horrible.
But let's talk about that. But if they had a horrible marriage before she came down with cancer. And they had planned on separating and divorcing. So does that mean he puts it on hold? I mean, they were miserable
there are a lot of,
beforehand.
I know of a lot of people who did do that. Like they felt that was not the time to leave. So they actually were their caretaker. They had already divorced. I know people who have already divorced and went back to take care of their ex.
But you know what? And I hate to make this a man and a woman thing, because really people are people.
People are people.
But usually when I hear these stories, it's the man that just takes off. He just takes off. You hear many stories about how the same situation, and the man was awful. He would cheat on her and did all of these things, and then he became ill. And she stayed there and took care of him until he was better, and then she left him. But, that's.
Well, I don't think it's a male female thing, but I do believe that we as women are taught as girls to be nurturing. So therefore we nurture and we take care of others, sometimes even before ourselves, sometimes instead of ourselves. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Tammy was here and she said, "Yikes!"
Yikes!
I hope she comes back. But why don't we see if anybody wants to weigh in? I guess that would leave just Denise right now. Denise, do you want to come and weigh in?
But no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
If not, we'll just keep talking.
We will. So, so back to this thing. So
I'll send her a request. If you don't want to, Denise, it's fine. And if you do, you can accept it.
Alrighty.
But no pressure.
No pressure. So, Jill, you have been married before.
So have you.
So my question is, yes, you have been married before. I have been married before, but you have been married before. So my question is, right around the time you were going to get a divorce, and if your husband came down with some serious illness and he needed someone to take care of him, would you have stayed?
Not with him, no. But I would have called people to help him.
So you can order food.
I can order food. And if he needed someone to be there with him to care for him, I would have called people that loved him to come and do that.
But that wouldn't.
It would not have been me. But I would have. Okay. I would have, because there are bad patients, right?
Yeah.
And so if you're just mean without being ill, and then it's 1,000 times that when you are, I feel that I'm a good person, so I would still get him the help he needed, but it wouldn't be me.
Wasn't there a Tyler Perry movie like that?
Yes.
What was it called? I Can Do Better by Myself, or
I don't remember. But I remember it was Kimberly Elise played the wife, and her husband was a big time lawyer. Welcome, Chris.
All right, welcome, Chris.
And her husband was a big time lawyer. But he was abusive.
He was abusive,
physically abusive to her.
Physically abusive to her, yes.
And she finally got away. And then he had some type, was it an accident or an illness?
Yeah, something happened, but he was bedridden.
Yes.
But at home.
Yes. And she went back and took care of it.
And then as soon as he got better,
she
was out.
Yes.
Out.
Yes. Whereas he thought that she was going to stay because she was,
because she was being so kind.
She took care of him with love.
Yeah. So a person do that, but that wouldn't have been you. You would not have
I
done
couldn't have
that.
done it, but I would have provided the help.
Yeah.
And Denise has come to the stage. Welcome, Denise.
Welcome.
Oh,
Denise.
am I there right now? Yeah.
You are here
are.
right now. Everyone
Okay.
can hear you.
So, I've had that situation happen,
Ooh,
and I'm
first-hand
just
knowledge.
realizing because we were going through a divorce, right? And he got ill.
Mm-hmm.
And he needed, doctor's appointments and different things like that. And I absolutely would be there to take them to the doctor, take for some, different minor procedures and whatnot. But it killed him. It
Wait a minute.
killed.
Wait, he died?
No, I don't mean like that. It was because
You're-
I was being. That's very
Did
funny.
it kill? Did it kill him? Did it kill him? Is the question.
My kindness killed him.
Yeah,
My graciousness killed him
but
because
not literally. He's
no,
still
not
alive.
literally. He was
Okay.
uncomfortable with it so much because
Yes.
he was not a decent person. But
Yes.
but beyond that, he was going through stuff. So I was there and I did try to help, but he had a real hard time accepting it.
Yeah.
And actually, I got a little pleasure out of that.
Boy, you got music on that one.
This Chris
A
is
little
rooting for you.
pleasure.
It's like
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so ever in a similar situation, would you do that again?
oh, that's a
Well,
good question.
I don't know. That seems like an individual. You have to it's individual. You have to figure it out when you're in it. But
That makes sense.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's a good.
Now, would I do
question.
it for the same person again? Hell no. Hell to the no.
My, oh my.
Well, that all makes sense. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Well, hang out there, Denise. Don't go away. Chris is on the stage too. Chris, what would you like to say?
I'd like to say that I'm making dinner and I've done the dishes and I want to make sure I make it through the night.
And Chris, on the end of that, and take care of your wife.
My wife is always right.
But it's okay, Chris. You can root for Toady.
That's
Toady.
all right,
Toady
Chris.
needs support too.
Chris, but now that I have you, I can actually speak to you. So when I'm in your show during the day, I am not able to speak or write. So that's why I'm there and I don't comment, just to let you know.
That's the way. I like
But I love your show.
I love your show too, Chris. Yes. But about a month ago, I started a job, and so I'm always working at that time. But I love your show too.
There's this thing called replay. So
yes.
That's
Right. Your replays are short. We like that.
And Chris, what is your show called, and when can people listen?
Yes.
Well, thank you for asking. It's called the Antidepressant of the Day. It's every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 8 a.m. right here on Fireside. It's 10 or 15 minutes of witticisms, nonsense, and hope.
All right. And it's a fabulous show.
It is. It really is. It's very uplifting.
I love positive shows, and other than ours, Chris has probably the most positive show on Fireside.
Well,
he does have the most positive.
Yeah. Denise, I didn't mean this. Denise, I hope I didn't scare you off. I wanted to get Denise to come up here and chime in on my situation, if that's okay.
She should still be here. Isn't she still on the stage?
She's not on the stage right now. Here's my situation with it for Denise and everybody else's opinion. I developed sleep apnea several years ago. basically I stopped breathing at night. And so my wife would hear me breathing and she'd wait for me to go, and then there's nothing, right? There's silence because, with apnea, you stop breathing. And so she would kind of just kick me, get me going again. So I owe her my life. Well, anyway, when I got the sleep apnea machine that enables me to sleep through the night, then I'm like, who needs you? And she's like, I could cut that thing off in the middle of the night if you don't behave yourself. So Denise, please do me a favor. Don't ever talk to my wife.
Well, it's interesting because this same ex-husband had also sleep apnea, and he had no idea. Like I would, like you're saying, listen to him, and oh my God, he stops breathing. So I wake him up and everything. And do you know what he told me?
No, I do not.
He told me that he doesn't know that he's not breathing because he's sleeping. So don't bother him.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And that was that.
Wow.
Did you stop bothering him?
I absolutely did. You don't have to tell me twice.
All right.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure. And thank you for the opportunity to speak. I have to get in the kitchen and finish preparing dinner. She'll be home any minute. I would like to say this. We'll be married 35 years coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yay!
Yeah. Wow. That's fantastic.
All right.
I'm telling you, I know for sure. I got the better part of the deal. Let me tell you that right now.
No. You're smart man.
Can I speak on for just a moment here? Can I preach for just a moment?
Sure. Absolutely.
The Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. I'm telling you what, God bless me. Thank you.
Oh, Chris.
I adore you, Chris.
Brother Tony.
Yes. I'm not going to go there.
All right. Thank you, folks. I got to run.
All right, Chris.
Bye, Chris. Thank you.
Speaking to you.
Good speaking to you.
How do I get off the stage? What's
Oh, you could just hang out, go talk to your wife. Yeah.
There you go. Gone. You got it.
Yeah, Chris is fabulous. He's wonderful.
Yes, we love Chris. I will clap for Chris too. Oh, I can't react. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't need to do too much multitasking.
I'll like stop the show.
She'll say, "Oh, what happened?"
All right. Well, shall we get to our next segment? We already had people tell us what they think. So why don't we see if we can advise some people in a segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
Okay.
Okay. So sometimes if you've been watching our show, we'll have a guest here. But today we thought we would do something a little different and just
do something
open
different.
it up and see if anyone has any relationship advice they would want from us.
Yes. Or relationship advice you want to give us. That'll work too.
That will work.
Yes. Either one. I know somebody's got to be able to tell us something. But y'all need to stop this the way you doing it. You need to stop. So somebody. Joe, you should just call somebody out who looks nice. Matter of fact, let me pull up mine. I can see.
I'm gonna just see. Let's see.
I think
you're thinking the same person that I'm thinking.
I'm thinking Tammy.
That's who I chose.
You chose Tammy? I was thinking Tammy.
Tammy, we're putting you on the spot. If you'd like to talk to us, would you like to talk to us?
And you don't have to come to video.
Yeah, you don't have to come to video unless you just want to. I'm happy to send that.
But if you're looking like a movie star right now, it's, you can do video. It's good.
And she is on the stage.
Hey!
Would you like to come to video?
I can.
You can?
Right.
Okay.
Hey. Some light in here.
Yeah, we don't want to look at you like you're in the closet or something. Just like locked in a closet. That would be messed up. Got to light it up. Light it up.
Hold on, that's my son playing Fortnite.
That's fine. Maybe he wants to talk to us.
Get some advice for us. Yes.
So while we're waiting for her to get set up,
Okay.
what's the best relationship advice you've been given?
Oh, well,
there she is.
Hey, there she is.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You too.
I have seen you before.
Oh, with my shoulder.
I sure have.
Yes, welcome.
welcome.
I'm gonna get this phone together. I think. Best relationship advice I have gotten,
or advice you wish to give.
I feel like I'd be the one giving the advice, though.
I have a feeling you might say that.
I thought you would say that too. So, what's the best advice you've given?
A lot of times, especially with my friends that are like single, they will ask certain questions like, well, he didn't call me and he told me this and he told me that. And then I will say, you're not obligated, nor is he obligated to have a conversation with you. You don't owe nobody your time or anything. And then they will get quiet. However, when it gets quiet, I know I'm telling the truth. Because if you're not married, you don't owe nobody your time.
You know what? I tell people that all the time. I said, look, when you're dating, it's dating. It's kind of play, getting you set up for marriage. So if he or she is cheating on you while you're dating, more than likely that person is not marriage material or long-term relationship material. Right. So don't lose any sleep on it.
People be in such a rush to have somebody.
That's right. That's right.
But you don't need to be desperate when it comes to relationships. That's for sure, right?
Yeah, and I can tell, Tammy, that you are a person. This is something I say often: is learn to be happy with yourself. Mm-hmm. When you're happy with yourself and you're in love with yourself, you know who you are. Mm-hmm. So that other person is only going to enhance that. At least that's the way it should work. If that other person is not enhancing you, then why are they there? If they're bringing you down, why are they there? You don't need that.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You know who you are not. And I always say that, like specifically about parenting also. Mm-hmm. And someone that probably knows me but doesn't really know me like how I am in the household can say, oh, Sammy's such a good mother, but you don't really know. You don't really know how I parent. And sometimes I see things like people don't always have their children. Like they don't never have their kids. You don't know that person's lifestyle. And I've been having these conversations about parenting and relationship. I'm supposed to be getting paid because I've been giving out some good advice.
Maybe you should start charging for it. You know what?
We need to. When we have an episode that is specifically all about, giving people relationship advice.
Yes,
we bring Tammy back.
Would you like that, Tammy? And then Absolutely. We could, bill you as a relationship coach.
That would be fun. I feel like I
a lot of fun.
I do it anyway because I think
right. So since you're the person that's always giving advice, do people ever ask you how did you learn that yourself?
I had to change myself. I had to change the way I the way I talk. I had to change the way I view men. I had to get rid of all my daddy issues, my mommy issues. I had to work on myself. And a lot of times people jump into these relationships and they don't get all those things settled. And then you're in a relationship full of chaos. And it's like, if you don't get yourself together, you're going to mess up somebody else's life unknowingly sometimes. However, I just don't. I can't stress it enough for people that relationships are hard work, and the hard work doesn't necessarily mean bad, but it's a whole lot of growth that you have to do for yourself first.
Exactly. Because you can't, unless you fix yourself first, put in that work. You bringing all that
with
baggage with you and all that mess coming on with you. And the other person might say something to you like, hey, let's have a picnic. And then you might go off on them. You know what I'm saying? Because of something happened before. You know, I've told Jill, I'm not your past, I'm your present. Can you understand? You know, so
I didn't like it when he told me that at the time, but now I'm good with it. I understand now.
Yeah. So, but you know, no, Tammy, gotta ask you a question. You don't have to answer. But what age group are you in? Age group. You don't have to give an exact age. 20s.
I can give the exact age. I am proud of my age. I'm 34.
All right. Say it again.
34.
How old? 34. Cool. Woo. All right. Well, see, at 34 years old, and you're thinking this way, it's fabulous. Because when I was 34, I was still I wasn't there yet. I was all messed up. I didn't start getting it together till I was like in my early 40s.
I thought you were going to say last week.
Oh, you got jokes.
I got jokes. I'm just joking, for real, though.
But really, my early 40s is when I started really getting it together.
So you're well ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But you know,
good for you.
Everyone knows women are smarter than men. We're a little behind the curve. So
I won't deny that.
I'm a great husband. And if it really wasn't for me meeting him or us reconnecting, I wouldn't be like half the woman that I am. Like, he is such an amazing husband, an amazing person.
Wonderful.
So
we're happy to hear that.
That's wonderful.
Living the life.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. I love hearing that.
But we're very serious about asking you to come back another time and hanging with us as a relationship advisor.
I'm also.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know, I'll say that I'm older. Jill is not, but I am older.
I don't mind giving my age. I'm 55.
And I'm older. Yes, Jill is 55.
I'm 55.
Yeah, and I'm 8 years older than Jill. So we're the old folks. Yeah, we are the old
That's
folks.
Right. We lived.
Say anything for you.
You know, we both got the yo gene.
All that grace.
All right. But you know, it's funny though. We were talking the other day, and
the people we hang with.
How come our friends?
All of our friends are like in their 30s.
Why is that? Why is
all of
that?
my friends are older.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is good.
I'm
glad we finally got to talk to you.
You know, we've seen you talk on my show,
right?
But it's nice to actually talk to you. Yeah,
absolutely. You too as well.
Cool, but we can get in touch with Tammy through information.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. How to? Is there a way to connect with you on your profile? On your Fireside profile?
No, I haven't really set it up, but I can add some things.
But you can contact me on my profile and what's in the fortune cookie.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Wow, this has
thank
been
you,
fun.
Tammy. We've loved talking to you.
This has been fun. All right. Well, we'll let you go, but if you want to hang around, you can hang around.
You can hang around if you'd like.
Up to you. You can be part of the panel.
Yes.
Because,
but let's everybody give Tammy a round of applause. I see people applauding. And again, we'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. Woo-hoo! Chris, Denise, Matt, welcome.
Is Woody back?
Woody never left.
Woody never left. Woody is my buddy. I'm telling you.
All right. So you ready for the last segment?
We have another segment. Do we really?
We have one more. It's your favorite.
You want to use that today?
Do you?
All right.
Well, we'll see if
we'll see if anybody wants to participate. If not,
do you have one?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know.
All right.
But our next segment is
relationship
rant.
So tell people what this is if they've never seen it before.
Okay. Relationship rant. You get 30 seconds, and this is only audio. You can rant about anything relating to a relationship. So if it's a bad relationship you had, one you never want to go back to, somebody that really made you sick, might be it wouldn't be a good relationship, but bad relationships, things that just went wrong, or maybe there's someone you used to date and they just did you wrong. You can rant about them. You can rant about your ex-husband, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, all the exes. You can rant about all of them. No matter what it is they do, you can rant. This is your spot. You can do it.
Yes. But we're talking to fighters when we say that, because unfortunately with the people we're simulcasting to, you can't react in live with us this evening.
Right.
But when you watch the replay, pretend.
In the meantime, while you're deciding whether you want to rant or not, I can rant for a moment. Okay. Maybe.
You want me to time you? You good?
No, you don't have to time me. I'll just try to rant until somebody comes up.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
So, I had this girlfriend. This is no lie. No lie. This girlfriend would ask me to marry her every week. If it was a weekend, she would ask me maybe 3 or 4 times in that weekend. Just, will you marry me? Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Will you marry me? This went on for a year. After the year went by, I finally said, you know what? I'll think about it. I never think about it. I'll think about it. And I did think about it. And I said, no, we shouldn't get married. And then she cussed me out. She cussed me out in person. Then she called me up and cussed me out. Yeah. And wait, check this out.
Tammy's giving you the thumbs down.
She told me that I don't deserve to be in a relationship. I don't deserve it. I should not be in a relationship because I want too many things. I want too many things. And the woman that I want does not exist. She told me the woman I want does not exist. But she does. Here she is.
Well, I guess that's a good thing for me.
Please, somebody help me out. Please, somebody come up and rant. Please, somebody help me.
I have a question.
You do?
Yeah. How old were you when this?
I was old.
Oh, okay.
It was before I met you, but I was old.
Okay. Well, then my rant also relates to your.
Oh, you have a rant?
Yes.
Okay.
To one of your previous
Ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
What do you have to say to the ex-girlfriend?
My rant is that if you're someone's ex and you break up, obviously, and then you see your ex with another woman, don't call the next day and try to get him back.
No, that's not a good idea. That didn't work. That didn't work.
That does not work.
It didn't work.
That
but a good
work.
thing was we weren't married yet.
Oh, so you would you could have? Are you saying that the door is still open?
In her defense, like we were saying earlier with Tammy, dating is like, preliminary, play. So it's still fair game. Now, yes, I did have to tell her, hey, stop calling me, but we were not married yet. She is like, I'm going to take my chance. This might be my last chance. And she took it.
She did take it. And we put a kibosh on that one.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Uh-oh. Oh no! We cannot end this show the same way we did last time. No way!
I don't have COVID anymore. That was last week.
You can get it again, right?
Last week I had COVID.
Oh no!
I don't have COVID this time.
Oh my gosh! Okay, I think we should just go ahead and end the show.
No, I want somebody to rant. You cannot
nobody's
end
ranting.
the show.
They're laughing at us. Nobody
you cannot end the show yet, Jill. You can't.
You've been listening to I'm Right.
The show is not over.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
The show is not over just because you want to act like it's over. No, the show is not over.
Shout out to our audience, to Denise and Tammy and Matt
the show
and Woody, who never left.
The show is not over.
It is.
No, the show is not over. I'm telling you, Jill.
It is.
No, you can't.
We have like 2 minutes left.
You can. I got the clock right here. Clock. Look, timer.
You stopped it.
I didn't stop the clock.
Did.
That was a good clock. It's the show.
I hear music. Shout out to Gifford Ivan Cordova III for the music that you're listening to now, and to our audience at Fireside. Thank you all for speaking. Everybody here spoke.
Thank you.
So thank you for that, and thank our simulcast audiences.
See, that's why, because you ended the show early.
Our simulcast audiences on YouTube and Facebook, and next week we have a guest. We have 2 guests.
Oh, we do.
And we're going to be talking about some music and how, we can have different musical tastes in relationships.
Yeah. Sure can. I'm going to have to make a list for that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, my.
All right.
As usual, it's been great. We love you all.
We do.
And I can't tell
all.
you how hard it was for me to get Jill to say we love you all. It took a while.
I wanted to say it and mean it.
And we
now
truly do love you all. We can't wait to see you and hear you again. And be safe and blessed. Love you.
Love you. Bye. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's no secret